Welcome, folks, to Desert Radio. You're here with the Sandman. On today's episode, we're going to start things off with some chill rap, some Aaron May, two songs by him, and in the middle of them, I'll play a song by Isaiah Rashad. Very chill rap to get things kicked off. Then we'll have a talk segment about video games, my history, video games I've played, and the enjoyment that one can get off them. And then we will go into a bit of kind of synth rock. Well, I say rock here very loosely because, to be honest, anything to me that isn't rap or techno is rock. Like, my mind only knows three genres, and rock encompasses a very large part of that. So maybe to some of the rock connoisseurs, wouldn't consider it rock, but I'm going to lump it all in here. We've got some Erasure, some Pet Shop Boys, and then some Joe to take things back from the 80s into the modern times. And then, of course, we will finish off with a DJ Radrad House half hour. But without further ado, I'm going to kick things off with Cream by Aaron May.
They said the paper rocket hot turn you to ashes. Only thing is I don't remember me asking. Fill up my bag of chips and I ain't sharing a fraction. I'm down for whatever, niggas know I'm about that action. He asked me for a ballpark price, I pitched him double. I'm texting like they uncle, but I gotta keep it subtle. And even if he notice, I know he don't want no trouble. Cause it's nothing like the hustle and the nigga from the struggle. I've been on my doors since a youngin'. You should know that shit. You should know. I've been on my doors since a youngin'. You should know that shit. You should know. I've been on my doors since a youngin'. You should know that shit. You should know. I've been on my doors since a youngin'. You should know that shit. You should know. I got what you need, what you want and what you don't. I do what you see, what you plotting, what you want. I just serve the fiend, walking out the corner store. Only thing that's guaranteed is I'm bound to get this dope. I got what you need, what you want and what you don't. I do what you see, what you plotting, what you want. I just serve the fiend, walking out the corner store. Only thing that's guaranteed is I'm bound to get this dope. Now don't let me catch you slipping, cause I always got that grip. We might run up in your crib and take whatever we can get. Beat the plug up for a zip, but we gon' run off with a brick. All them hundreds on the counter, cause that paper counterfeit. And I'm moving.
Man, fuck what you talking about. I'm trying to get paid. You know, it's whatever. I'm down for whatever. If it's bread, I'm there. Shit, I'ma get mine.
Top and run on sins and friend on friend. If we don't win and pay your tax and man your fins and we alright and KO kins and big old rims and LA homes. If that ain't wrong, if I ain't go, I ain't home, I ain't them. No more ends and no more trends and photo 10 and photo lenses. Notice this, POTA shit, bonafide, woe is me, bowl of grits, naked pimp, beaming up, clean as fuck. Other side, chill for niggas, making life look clear for niggas, hill for niggas, tip top clip for niggas, this defensive side to side. Some gifted niggas, if we honest, you gon' miss a nigga, twisted with them, distant ism. See your bitch might kiss a nigga, with your nigga, get specific. Big ass pot, wrist is missing, yo, listen shit, and yo, infant isn't. This cause some titties, and scar your face. The wrong of wrongs is called a case. Or if niggas didn't mob like Carter say, from far away, all my niggas like, calm down. Love a life above a reason, just can't find it like a dozen people. Catch that vibe at night and buy the witness, get too tired to write and died in prison, felt like robbed tonight. Lost my guy tonight. Oh, sometimes I get so out of myself. Feel like I'm running in circles. And I'm just holding on to my breath. I need some just to rest. Oh, and I get so out of myself. But I can't get out some. So roll another one.
how the wind blow. Open your window, let the debris in, never let me in. Now you kick back with kick though. Maybe if I could live 100, yeah, that be real. Pay me if I'ma be rumming these, I'm a them. Crazy my other show went to my mama them. My daddy said a Mercedes and haunted him, but now he got one. I'm riding shotgun with a 3-piece chicken dinner and shotgun. I bring your weekend to an end and then pop one. I'm on the deep end boss, nigga, you're not one. And I believe in Kool-Aid and Godson. Do you believe that black man is our son? I made enough residuals to hide some. I gave enough, my niggas know I divide some. I told Zay I'm the best rapper since 25. Been like that for a while now, I'm 29. Any nigga that disagree is a fucking lie. Part of me see my alter ego with Gemini, him and I've been around ever since Reagan was criticized. Might stay in the Trump Tower for 1 week. Spray paint all the wall and smoke weed. Fuck them and fuck y'all and fuck me. I proceed my last check and proceeds to all the keys, the hood, the bricks, the books, the fix, the blocks we own, to right my wrong, the word to give, the life I live as I get. So ahead of myself. Feel like I'm running inside. Oh, and I'm just holding on to my way. I need some help just to ride. Oh, and I get so ahead of myself. But I ain't get out some. So roll another one up and put it all in the end. Oh, you got 2 Xannies. Oh, just don't forget me. Love me for the moment. Hug me like your sibling. We ain't that important. Vice cops in the kitchen. Grew with Apollonia. Ride was making chicken. Beat me down, you beat me down. Reorganize my face. Now when I go home, I don't know what my fam gon' say. Say it ain't luck, cause you brought flowers just a date. Thoughts was always cheap, but now let's talk about me. Lately I've been going, this ain't going how I want it. When I pull up at your window, bitch come out, you hit that BBB. Faithful as your EBT, closer than your mama can. Ain't good when you bring up, I'm a dog, but I'm gon' call again. Freak me out, keep me out, why they always leave me out? Niggas that been hating, just can't wait to have my CD now. Don't we look like CP and Nirvana on that keep me pound? Please be down, I've been more than late. Sometimes I get so ahead of myself. Feel like I'm running inside. Oh, and I'm just holding on to my way. I need some help just to ride. Oh, and I get so ahead of myself. But I ain't get out some. So roll another one up, and put it all in the end.
That was What's Wrong by Isaiah Rashad featuring Zachary and Kendrick Lamar. And now our final track to wrap up our rap segment will be I'm Good Love by Aaron May.
Yeah, 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 hey, look, hey, look, okay, look, I ain't got the time for you, oh no, get up by my face, I ain't got it down for you, oh no, bitch, I'm getting paid, she said I ride for you, oh no, stay inside your lane, she said I die for you, oh no, baby, I'm okay, I ain't got the time for you, oh no, get up by my face, I ain't got it down for you, oh no, bitch, I'm getting paid, she said I ride for you, oh no, stay inside your lane, she said I die for you. Okay, baby, I'm okay. I remember last December, none of these bitches were fucking with me. Now I'm the sinner, shit getting better. Every last one of them fucking for free. I never met her, but I got cheddar. You won't believe what she been telling me. Shorty gon' front like she been feeling me. Shit they be talking has been killing me. Like, baby, don't play no games. We don't hang like that. Like, tell me what is you saying with my name like that. Like, said I'm not in your lane. How you change like that? Like, if I lose all this fame, you gon' change right back. Right? These hoes came so quick, ain't no shit. These hoes just ain't no shit. If I shoot my shot, I ain't gon' miss. I swear I ain't gon' break, but you can't get in my head. Oh no, you can't get in my bed. No, you heard what I said. I know you heard what I said. I ain't got the time for you. Oh no, get up by my face. I ain't got it down for you. Oh no, bitch, I'm getting paid. She said I ride for you. Oh no, stay inside your lane. She said I die for you. Oh no, baby, I'm okay. time for you. Oh no, get up by my face. I ain't got a dime for you. Oh no, bitch, I'm getting paid. She said I ride for you. No. Stay inside your lane. She said I die for you. Yeah, baby, I'm okay. I'm good, love. Enjoy.
That was, of course, Aaron May's I'm Good Love Enjoy. I left out the enjoy the first time I mentioned the song because, as I often do on desert radio, I was spreading misinformation over the internet. But alas, we find ourselves in the talk portion of the show. And once again, I find myself alone. The sorrows. But it gives me an opportunity to talk about something that I've had a very on-off relationship with for pretty much all my life, and that is video games. My earliest memory of video games would have been watching my dad and then watching my brother play Uncharted on the PS3, and fucking love those games. I definitely think that the Uncharted series has definitely been such a big part of maybe my liking towards nature. If that sounds like a pretty preposterous insinuation, but to be honest, I would have watched those games being played so young, and just the scenery, all the jungle bits in them were so cool. Now, I also think that a lot of my taste towards these sort of exotic biomes obviously comes from real world experiences, just going to places and liking the look of them, but also fucking Indiana Jones. The Indiana Jones movies were phenomenal, and that also segues me perfectly into talking what I think is the best Lego game, being Lego Indiana Jones. The memories that I have, me and my brother playing Lego Indiana Jones, they go up to make such a large chunk of my childhood, especially, and my brother will know what I'm talking about, this last special mission in the Lego Indiana Jones game where you're just breaking all the shit everywhere. That is probably the most fun I've ever had playing video games, and it's that sort of kind of co-op nature that I'm always chasing with video games. I would have got it a lot playing Fortnite when Fortnite was at its peak in 2018, hopping online with the boys after secondary school and just playing for hours online as a team, as a group. They just, I don't want to sound old or cliche, but they just don't make them like that. Or maybe they do. Video games are a sphere that I've been out of for quite some time, and I've had a couple of stints of trying to get back into it with varying degrees of success. I've gone back a couple of times to playing the DS. I'll pick up a game in CEX for a couple of quid, play it for a bit, get bored of it. I had a bit of a Street Fighter 4 on the DS phase a couple of months ago, and that was real good. But again, it just there's an element of a kind of social element or a cooperative aspect to these video games that I think I desire. I've never been very good at playing single player video games, say Red Dead Redemption 2, got it for Christmas one year, and maybe played 3 hours absolute max and just couldn't get into it. Now, backtracking to the Uncharted series, I did play Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, 100% of them. But then, interestingly, didn't go back for Uncharted 4. Again, I tried, but I just couldn't get into it. So I think maybe my attention span is the problem, or there's just something about these kind of new games that just doesn't really click with me. But then in saying that, I wouldn't consider myself a retro gamer either, because, I'm impartial to old games. Obviously the OG Super Mario Bros. On the Wii, those were class, but it's not like I'm going back to play them all the time. But where else do we go on video games, really? Obviously the DS was a revolutionary piece of technology in that it was maybe not the first like handheld gaming console, but it was probably the most popular. I never had any history with the PS Vita. I know my brother would have had one, and he would probably get maybe the same nostalgia I get out of the 3DS as he would of the PS Vita. Him being a little bit older than I, but the DS was a great piece of equipment, and I got one when I was, I don't know what age. I'm gonna say anywhere between 10 and 12. I would have played. I played a lot of Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. That game was phenomenal, and that offered a lot of replayability, trying to get like the gold medal and everything. Because like when you start off at that game, the events are so difficult because like obviously you load in, you've got no experience with it, and then you're just getting crushed by fucking Sonic. He's just outrun you every time, and then you eventually kind of build it up, and like you get hours of replayability out of that game. So I would have played a lot of that. Obviously Mario Kart on the DS, Mario Kart 7 I believe it is, played a lot of that. It doesn't. I don't really know how it holds up to other Mario Kart games. See, like Mario Kart Wii, one of the best games ever made, possibly. I don't think that's too controversial of a take. But then Mario Kart DS it was very average. And then you've got like the new Mario Kart 8s for the Nintendo Switch. They're very flamboyant, very lavish. There's a whole lot going on, and they're really fun. They're very good, like party games. A friend of mine, whenever he comes up, he'll bring the Switch. We'll bust it out, and like it's great for pre-drink. It's just for killing time, basically. If you're, sitting to even a group of people, you can kind of pass those controllers around. I love the idea of the Nintendo Switch. That as a concept to me is phenomenal because it's a portable entertainment system. It's a console that you can bring wherever, and it's so easy to just plug it in, or not even plug it in. You can just stand it up, take the controllers off, and then two people can play a video game wherever you are. Because I think that's what a lot of my qualms are with some of these consoles is like, you've got like a PlayStation, and if I'm not playing with someone, chances are I'm not going to be playing for very long. So with a PlayStation, it's got to stay stationary, as the name may imply, and you can't bring it anywhere. You can play couch co-op, but I don't live very close to many of my friends. And so couch co-op doesn't really work. But then if you've got a DS, you can bring it anywhere, but you can't play it with people. So the Nintendo Switch really hits both bases with that and gets the best of both worlds. I've been between two minds as whether I'm going to buy one for a very long time now. I think financially it doesn't make the most sense, but if I come into a lump sum of money anytime soon, maybe I will. I think I'd get, for my money's worth, I think just getting a first edition Nintendo Switch would do me, because it would hit a lot of the bases that I would want it to. I wouldn't need to be playing all the new Switch only games. I would be more than happy with the originals to keep me ticking over. But maybe if I start buying lottery tickets and get lucky on one, maybe I will. But these video games in general, they have gotten to be so expensive, especially for new ones that come out. That's why places like CEX are great. However, there is also that thing of if a game is old and good, it's still gonna be expensive. So video games, and anyone can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but they do feel like an expensive hobby. Now, in saying that, maybe they're no more expensive than any other hobby. Like, if it's a sport that someone plays, equipment for any sort of specialized sport is always going to be expensive. And then, like, social activities, like the activities that are springing to mind automatically, being an Irish person and living in Ireland, drinking is at the forefront, and that is a very, very expensive hobby. I myself put aside like €40 every week for just drinking, and every week I either spend that in one go or I go over it. So it's a very, very expensive hobby that a lot of people enjoy engaging in, myself included. But yeah, hobby equipment, it runs up a bill, and I myself am so bad for switching between hobbies. I'll take up an interest in something, and then 2 weeks later I have no interest in it and I won't go back to it. My current running one is when I was in Spain last year, I started playing a bit of Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering really appealed to me because it was like a fantasy trading card game that you could play among friends. It was real fun and stuff. Got into it, but the problems that I had with it was it's a pretty high learning curve. Like, for anybody listening who has played Magic the Gathering knows it's a very, very difficult game. Like, there's just so many rules. It's very convoluted, very nuanced. So it wasn't very pick up and playable with people who didn't have prior knowledge of it. And then it's also very pay to win. Like, it's just constant like expansions, buying more cards, yada yada yada. So it just wasn't really very sustainable. So I got a number of cards. I have like 2 decks that I can play with, but if I ever want any of my friends to play with me, I would have to explain all the rules. And like, truth be told, I played it a good few times with some of the friends I had over in Spain, but I don't even understand the rules, and there's so many different ways you can play the game that it's all over the place, basically. So I've been wanting to get a fantasy card game that would allow 2 people to just pick up and play instantly. Like, basically something as simple as Uno, but I like the aspect of like the different cards doing different things. Recently, friends and I were playing Catan, and that's got like trading involved, and that's a pretty sweet mechanic for like any sort of game where like in the middle of the turn you can just start bartering with the person across from you in order to put stuff down. So there is a game that I've been looking at, Hero Realms, that looks like it could do this, but I'm hesitant to purchase it, knowing that, what if I just play this once and get bored of it and then never again? Just kind of adds to the list of things that I've played once and then never gone back to. And like, I had a similar kind of realization last night as I was walking back from giving one of my tours. That I was kind of thinking about like money and stuff. I got a tip, and I'm just saving all my tips at the moment to get a tattoo. And I was just thinking about how, like, I don't know how much money I want in life. Like, obviously everyone wants a lot of money, but like, what is the actual figure that I'd be satisfied with? Because like, I feel like the more money I have, the more money I have to spend, and I'm just going to spend it regardless. It doesn't matter how much income is coming in. I feel as though I'm going to spend X% of it anyway on stuff I do and don't need. So like, how much money would satisfy me, or do I need to change my spending habits? Is this a different thing altogether, maybe? But who knows? It was just something that I was pondering on walking back through Trinity to get my bike. But look, as I have started to ramble, we're going to wrap things up on the conversational portion of the show. If you've managed to stick around, congratulations, fair play to you, thank you. So as we transition now into our rock part of the show. As I mentioned earlier, rock, an all-encompassing term. We're gonna have a bit of Eurasia. My dad really likes this band. He mentioned that he had listened to one of the shows, so we'll put this in for Paulie, and hopefully he hears it and it puts a smile on his face. So we're gonna start with "Stop" by Eurasia. That was Joe Half Life from his 2022 album Decide. And it's just going to break up the 280 songs that we've got playing before and after Stop by Erasure and now In Suburbia by the Pet Shop Boys. There we have it, folks. That's going to wrap up our synth rock section of today's show. That was, of course, Suburbia. Not in Suburbia, like I had previously stated, but once again, folks, I was spreading lies over the internet, so I do apologize. But to finish off the show, as always, we've got a DJ Radrad House half hour, and he's going to send you off to enjoy the rest of your day. So I hope that you've all enjoyed today's episode. I hope that whatever it is you find yourself doing today is successful. You get it done. You have a good day. And that's all from me, folks. Enjoy the rest of your time here on planet Earth.
crazy. In God we trust. You just
You know the type of house music that goes like boom. You know what I'm talking about? That's the kind of shit I want to hear right now. That's that shit I need. You know what I'm talking about? That's that shit I need.